Are you ready? Can Crushers. It don't really get no better than this the podcast that you're looking for if you're really heavy into wrestling. Hosted by the Mark. Energy that's so amazing. Gotta keep it entertaining. Rep the Can Crusher Nation. Yeah, you know what's going down in the ring. Lights out when you hit a ding ding. Knock 'em out like boom bada bing. Hold it down, you can crown me the king. Gotta shout out to the Miz and Duke the Dumpster. We choke slamming everybody. Power driving, hit 'em with a face buster. Yeah, this the show you need and it ain't no need for waiting. Mark, hold it down for the Can Crusher Nation. All about wrestling and keep it entertaining. Can Crushers Wrestling Podcast. Time to break 'em, let's go. Yeah. Can Crushers. Yeah. Can Crushers. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is Shelby Waters. You're listening to Can Crushers. Come hang out with us and let's have some fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the special edition of Can Crushers Wrestling Podcast. A new era, if you may, podcast. Guys, it is Mark Martinez, and this is a promotional type of podcast this week because we are a little over a month away from the beginning of New Era Professional Wrestling on April 20th, 2024 in North Pocono High School. Man, I'm super excited to have my guest on, one of the owners of New Era Professional Wrestling, Nathaniel Cunningham, to talk about this and what it's going to mean to be in and around that whole northeastern area of Pennsylvania, to have another organization there, and how New Era is going to be different and what is yet to come, and the special attractions and the surprises and all of that. And hopefully I can pull some matches out of them too for the April 20th card as well. I am so stoked to be part of New Era, but of course I don't want to give any of the interview away with Nathaniel, so hold on, stick and stay here on Can Crushers. But of course, we have to pay the bills, as we always do, so let's get into that. Guys, Collar and Elbow, hats, hoodies, tees, all the cool stuff that Al Snow and the Hooligans have over at Collar and Elbow. You've heard me talk about them for years. I love these shirts. My favorite one, Macho Man inspired, Al Snow and Head, the purple shirt with the sunglasses. It's there. You got Dusty Rhodes ones. You have, just not commemorative, Animal passing, Shad Gaspard passing. They have those shirts that you can remember them, and some of the proceeds go back to the families. Just check them out. They're amazing shirts. I've had them forever. They're comfortable, and they just never wear, essentially. They never get worn. Check them out and use our promo code to save 10%. Our promo code, of course, it's Can Crushers. Capital C and Can, capital C and Crushers, all one word, will save you 10%. Guys, I live off of Dubby now. I really do. It is the energy drink, that just keeps me through my garbage man days and stuff like that. I have 2 scoops in the morning in a bottle of water, and I don't crash. I don't have any of that carbonation in me. I don't have any additives or anything like that. No additive colors or anything. It is just an amazing drink. If you're looking for your next energy boost, check out Dubby, Dubby. Tons of flavors out there, and again, no calories, no carbonation, anything like that. It keeps me rocking and rolling every single day. Beach and Peach is my recommendation. I love it. And of course, we can give you 10% off when you buy Dubby. So check them out. Use the same promo code Can Crushers to save 10%. There is a sample pack if you want to try it first before you get into the bigger tubs or anything like that you can use the promotion code Can Crushers on that as well. Hey, WrestleMania season right around the corner. I know you're looking for that next Cody Rhodes shirt, The Rock shirt, a Roman shirt, anybody on WWEshop.com. All you have to do, use our affiliate code. You're going to buy the shirt anyway. Use our code. It helps support Can Crushers. And as we always say, we're transparent on here. We really are. Sometimes it will give you a discount. Sometimes it will not. You know the shirt's roughly like $20-$30 on WWEshop.com, so you know you're going to shop there. Again, our affiliate code is in the show notes. What else do we have to talk about? Oh, where you can listen to us, of course. Duh. Well, you're probably listening to us right now on your favorite platform, but we're available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, Boxcast, iHeartRadio. The list goes on and on and on. But I've transitioned to listen to all my podcasts from Podurama. Podurama is really cool because I listen to them in a truck and I move to another truck, or I move to my personal vehicle and I'm listening to it on the way home. All that cool things. And I can pull it right back in on my computers and stuff like that, because it is a seamless app. If you have this app and you have it across the board, boom, 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 it just sticks and stays wherever you paused and drug it across. It's really cool. From Apple to Odroid, no, that's my video game system, to Android, to any of those, make sure you check out Podurama. If you sign up right now, you'll get 50% off a lifetime membership. It's well worth it. And you're looking for Can Crushers on there. Other podcasts are there too, but we know you love Can Crushers. Guys, join the conversations on Facebook, Instagram, Thread, and X. We're always out there looking for some stuff. Don't forget, Ask Can Crushers at the end of the month. So make sure you get your questions in, because we'll do it the week before WrestleMania. Send your question in any era, anything about WrestleMania, any wrestling questions that you want. You can send them in by dropping us in the DMs or by cancrusher69@gmail.com. If you've never heard an Ask Can Crushers, I strongly suggest go back and listen to them. The questions that the nation sends in, I wouldn't think of them. They're unbelievable questions. You hear myself and Sir Michael Jenks on the weekend show talk about this. We love Ask Can Crushers, so make sure you get your questions in as well. Guys, that's it. We're ready to hear about New Era Professional Wrestling. So we'll hear from Al Snow first about Collar and Elbow, and then Nathaniel Cunningham and myself will talk New Era Pro
Wrestling. A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. The wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. Collar and Elbow is the brand. Passion and love for wrestling is the drive. I am Al Snow, and this is Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
This is Donnie Bambino, one half of the Bad Fellas, and you're listening to Can Crushers. I don't know how you're listening to it, but I'll tell you what, you better leave a 5-star or I'll come visit you, and you don't want me knocking at your door.
Welcome back to Can Crushers, guys. You heard how excited I am to talk about New Era Pro Wrestling, kind of because I'm in it, but he's also one of my best friends in real life, the man, the myth, the legend, the bad fella, along with Donnie Bambino, Nathaniel Cunningham. Nathaniel, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really well, Marky. How are you?
Marky, that's how close we are. Normally I would punch somebody in the face, but I thought that's a endearment from you, I guess. Sure. So, New Era Pro Wrestling, we are a little bit more than a month away. Our first event is April 20th, and before we get into anything that's going to go on that day, let's talk New Era, where this came from, what it means, and just the love that it's going to give to the community, essentially, right?
Right. New Era was opened with me and Shelby Waters, along with you. We just wanted a good place to call home again. Ever since our training center closed, and then we kind of had to take a hiatus from other companies due to the baby. We kind of just want to do our own thing around NEPA, and our goal is to bring the communities together. That's like our main goal: family-friendly fun, and just to get out and have a good time and watch independent wrestling.
All right, that's it. See you later, folks. That was a great podcast. No, but that is true. It is to give back, essentially. Yes, we're going to have, and I keep saying we, and whatever. We're going to have some of our friends on the card. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And we're going to surprise you. We have a big surprise that's already been announced, but we'll get to him in a minute. But this is it's professional wrestling at its bare minimum, right?
Right. And it's local guys that you would never even think of, that you see probably all the time, that are going to go out there and put on a show in their hometown.
And be showcased.
Yes. And everyone's showcased. No matter what, everyone will have a story in the company. It might take a minute to get there because of all of the other stories, but I'm telling you, everyone on the roster, I promise, will have a storyline.
And that's awesome within itself. That's hard to do in independent wrestling across the board. But I know the writers, air quote, will be putting the time and being able to, for Donnie Bambino and yourself, is there a story? Well, we can't tell you. Is there something when Shelby returns? Well, you're going to have to come to New Era Pro to find out. Is there other wrestlers in and around the area that work at, XYZ that's going to come in and steal the spotlight, essentially? That's the glamour of New Era. That's the new wrestling federation, organization, whatever you want to call it. That's it. What are we going to do? How are we going to surprise you? How are we going to put, as Ricky Morton says, put asses in seats?
Right. And we're starting off hot too. April 20th. It's going to be a fundraiser for the North Pocono High School. That's essentially one huge way to bring the community together to raise money for the school district. And we thought it was a great place. They reached out to us. We had a conversation since August. So we've been planning this since August of last year. And we're just ready to execute now.
In the big name, let's go right now. Nunzio. ECW Nunzio is showing up at our first event. Gonna do a meet and greet, gonna sign autographs, kiss baby, shakes hands, right?
Absolutely. And he is a great guy. He has done so much for the business itself. And he just added me on Instagram one day. So I just figured, hey, I'll just reach out. The show was already booked. So I reached out. I said, hey, would you mind coming down? He called me on the phone, and we kind of set something up for a very good deal where he's going to come down to North Pocono High School and put on a show for everyone.
And that's awesome. But I do want to, we'll come back to him. I want to talk about North Pocono High School. You said they reached out to you and kind of working together. Is this going to be New Era's home? Will they go on the road? Will it be back and forth between a couple places? This way the fans can kind of make a schedule.
So it looks like for now, into the foreseeable future, North Pocono is going to be possibly, we might have 2 or 3 more dates with them this year. But as for now, it looks like we're going to be traveling a bit from town to town. First, we're going to start off in Covington, PA, where North Pocono is. And then we're going to make our way to the Steamtown Mall in Scranton on May 18th. And then returning back June 8th and June 15th. We are going to be June 8th at the Lions Club in Lake Ariel, PA. And then moving on to June 15th, we'll be at the Artisan Fire Company in German, PA.
So already 4 hot dates set up for New Era Pro. That's awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we're just like rolling ahead now. Now we're looking into the future dates. What is August going to give us? What is September, October? Who will we bringing in November?
Let's talk about some titles that might be out there. Every organization has a title. What's going to make New Era stand out?
So our one title that we have not gotten yet, but it's coming, is very near to dear to all three of our hearts, me, you, and Shelby, I'm sure. It's called the Innovative Championship. We came up with that name simply because it's unique, and I've never heard of an Innovative Championship before. I don't know if there has one, but if there is, I apologize. But at the same time, the talent itself is innovating themselves to be on our shows. They are like putting on a wonderful thing for these fans. So I think it's the only fair shot to call it the Innovative Championship.
Yeah. And by the way, it looks sweet through the design. It looks amazing. So that's kind of, every organization has a specialty one, essentially. That's kind of New Era's. Is there going to be a heavyweight, tag team, women's, anything else?
So we do have the heavyweight and the tag team straps already here. They have a tag team tournament in July 20th. That location is to be determined right now, but we do have that whole tournament set up along with the heavyweight championship. You never know who we're going to put that on. And there will be a women's championship by the end of this year.
That's cool. That is amazing across the board. Checking all the lists that need to be done in professional wrestling. And I would be remiss to say New Era is a safe place. I will say this right now. It is a safe place for wrestlers across the board. Doesn't matter anything going on in your life, New Era will welcome you in. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And it doesn't matter. Like, let's pull the curtain back a little bit. If workers want to come just to help set up or help do something, I can promise you will always get on a show. It might not be the show you showed up to just because of it already being booked. But say you come to the April show, you're definitely going to get a spot for me. We're definitely going to try to fluctuate talent in and out with new faces, give some talent off, shows off, bring in new faces so our company doesn't have a standstill, so to speak.
Right. Listen, do you guys call it, and I've only noticed this recently, do you call it the NEPA area? It is?
We do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sounds a little weird, but that's me. Whatever. But there's so many organizations in and around there that they do bounce around. So we're looking at talent from all over. Like, listen, we know that Can Crushers networks, right? I kind of have a big realm, and we'd love to grab people from Oklahoma, people from Illinois, people from Ohio that want to make, it to Pennsylvania, to cross Pennsylvania off that list, and then make New Era Pro their home in Pennsylvania, right?
Absolutely. And we're looking for, even we are in talks with Sean Legacy right now. I'm not sure if you know him. He is from Georgia currently, but we're in talks with him. We're also in talks with Fallah Bah to bring him in as well.
Yeah. I know both of them, but I want you to say some stuff too, essentially, because I'm just running amok here. What else do you want to get out about New Era? Do we want to talk about the card? Do we want to talk about anything?
So we will talk about the card. For the first show, we have a jam-packed card coming up in April. We have a lot of great matches. Our show will be around 2.5 hours. Let's start off with our main event for once. We're going to go with Sean Carr versus Kit Raff.
Yeah. Two huge men with huge names in the era.
Absolutely. And they are going to blow the roof off the building.
Yeah. I'm excited to share a locker room with Kit and kind of pick his brain a little bit and get to know his knowledge. Sean and I have had a talk before. No disrespect or anything. But yeah, Kit being on the card, essentially hometown boy. Let's go.
Absolutely. And he is very knowledgeable, and he will help anyone out the best he can. And he was a former trainer as well. So he's very knowledgeable in the aspect of professional wrestling.
Yeah. He's going to be there for some of our youngsters, right?
Absolutely. And moving on to the next match, it's only fair to do it in this order. Let's do our first women's match of the night. That's going to be a huge match as well between Valerie Verman and Adina Steele.
Both have resumes that are from my house to your house long, and you can see them across YouTube, IWTV, and everything. If you don't know who they are, this match itself should make you want to buy tickets to come to our event on April 20th.
Absolutely. These girls put in the work, and they are just willing to do whatever it takes to get the win that night. So I'm excited to see who's going to walk out victorious on April 20th.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on to the next match, we have a fatal four-way, which this fatal four-way will turn heads. We have young talent. We have talent that has been around for a while that is very good at what they do. So we have Nick Thompson versus Trevor Terry versus Fletcher Young versus Samuel Thompson.
Unbelievable. 3 solid workers and 1 asshole. I mean, Fletcher Young involved into this. Who knows what's going to happen on this card?
Absolutely. And that match is going to also, like, you're not going to want to move from your seat. I promise you that.
No, a 4-way right off the get? Oh, my God.
So introducing the match that was already announced on our Facebook page and our Instagram social media, we have a hot tag team match between the Diamond City War Machines, and they call themselves Light and Shadow, Lunik and Abdul.
These 2 tag teams are both having a rocket strapped onto their behinds in independent wrestling. Like, both of them are, you have to watch. They're just moving the needle.
Absolutely. And the Diamond City War Machines have been there doing their thing in the NEPA area for as long as I can remember. And they are good at what they do. But on the flip side, Lunik and Abdul, they are a fresh, hot, up-and-coming tag team that has no chill in what they do, and they do their tag team presence very well. Yes, they are brothers, but they feed off each other so well to make a unique dynamic.
Yeah. More on Lunik in the weeks to come without spoiling anything. Just stay tuned to Can Crushers.
Right, and then we have Mr. Intellectual Tavius, MIT. He has chosen to do an open challenge to defend his Frontier Pride Championship.
Yeah, this guy, again, another former guest on Can Crushers, and you've heard what he brings to the ring. You heard his knowledge in all of that. I'm super excited to see who steps up to take on MIT as he defends his title. Listen, it could be anybody. Which is crazy.
Absolutely. It could be Nunzio. Let's throw him out there. It could be very well a WWE ECW legend, Nunzio, that walks in the ring with MIT and could possibly take a championship that night.
It could be Donnie Bambino.
It could be Donnie Bambino. It can be literally anybody that chooses to show up to the building on April 20th.
Yeah. Open contract. I just have to approve it.
That's your decision.
It is my decision. So I can pick who it is. If a couple people come, if it's an open contract, I guess I could make this a triple threat. Or
Absolutely.
A 4-way.
You're already thinking. The gears are moving.
Yeah. So I hope a lot of people show up.
Yeah.
MIT's not walking out. Nope. I don't know. He might not be able to walk out of there.
No, I agree. So introducing our next women's match, it's going to be Ronnie La Fantasia versus Zoe Cannon.
Listen, know a little bit about Ronnie, but Zoe Cannon making big waves right now across the independent scene.
She has just had an opportunity with MLW, and she is just killing it all over the NEPA area as well as the Jersey area as well.
Yeah. Listen to these names, folks, that are going to be on our first event. This is unbelievable.
It's going to be a jam-packed card. It is going to be amazing. we have our next match. This is a triple threat match with some hometown heroes. We have the Dude taking on Luca Mancini versus Squid Sterling.
Yeah, you know when the Dude's in a building, it is a good time. You don't know what you're going to get from them. You know it will be a good time.
100% all the time.
Yeah.
And as far as the rest of the card, we are going to save a little bit so you guys come out to the show on April 20th.
Oh, without a doubt. We can't give away the bangers, right?
No.
We can't give away the meat and potatoes. You have to come out on April 20th. That's all it is.
And again, it is a fundraiser for the North Pocono School District. They will receive $5 off every ticket. And we have a few pricing options and differences. We have floor seating starting at $20. We have general admission, which is bleacher seating, starting at $15. And then for all of the North Pocono students and only the North Pocono students, their admission price is $10 for the night.
Listen, I wish that was the deal when I was in high school. First and foremost, right? I wish I would have knew about independent pro wrestling at all when I was in high school. I only knew of the big feds.
Right. So did I. So it's like a whole combination for me because I tried to go back even to get a show at my old high school. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to live that fantasy through North Pocono High School.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to be so excited to be at North Pocono High School and tear the roof down. But we mentioned Nunzio, that he's going to be there, and maybe he'll be in a match if he wants that open contract with MIT. I guess, he's somebody that he comes up to me and 5 other people come up, hey, listen, he's a legend. He can beat up MIT by himself because we'll let it happen. But he's also doing something special, right?
Absolutely. He will be at intermission. He wants to have all of the fans that are possible to either have him sign merch, have a conversation, or even take a picture. He will be there for the entire night, and he is as thrilled as we are about going to a high school and putting on a benefit show.
Yeah, he really is about giving back, one, to the wrestlers in the locker room, but also he's a very community-driven man that he loves. If it's a benefit show, he loves to be on it. He wants to sign the contract and be there.
Absolutely.
What else do we want to leak, buddy? What else do we want to leak?
I guess we could do one more.
Are you sure?
I guess we can do one more. Are you ready for this?
All right.
So this is a huge leak. So you need to be there April 20th. So our commissioner for New Era Pro Wrestling is Mark the Mark from Can Crushers Podcast.
Is that really a leak?
That's a leak.
I don't know if it's a leak. If you continue to listen to the podcast, Sir Michael Jenks says I'm going to be corrupt by April 19th.
See, you never know. But as far as the April 20th show, we really hope everyone gets behind the community and brings the community together to get behind this event, especially since it is for a school.
Yeah, guys, we are super excited to be coming to North Poconos and do this show and kick off a new era with New Era Pro Wrestling and really rip down the NEPA region and just have a ball and show you what pro wrestling is about.
Absolutely. And our roster speaks for itself. We have the best of the best around the NEPA area as well as the Jersey area, and we're looking to expand. So if you are talent, please contact either our Facebook page, our Instagram page, or even email us at neweraprowrestling101@gmail.com.
Yeah, we're always looking to expand. We're always looking for that next big thing. We're always looking for a random surprise. And if you'd love to be a surprise, make sure you contact us because that's what we're trying to do.
Absolutely.
Nathaniel, I love you.
I love you too.
I do see, though, that no bad fellas on this card. No Shelby. Well, Shelby's still on the shelf. We all know that. So
yeah, she's going to be for a little bit longer, not too much longer, but she will be making her return this year, definitely. But we have to see what's in store for her as far as her healing process goes.
Right. But in time, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Absolutely.
But New Era Pro was.
Yeah, it was. No, I'm just kidding. It took since last year.
It took a bit. There's still struggles, but we'll get there because it's all about the fans. It's all about the wrestlers. It's all about you. It's a new era in pro wrestling.
Absolutely. And as far as the Bad Fellas not being there, we might show up. I'll definitely be there.
Well, you have to be.
I have to be legally, but we are waiting on Donnie's response, and I haven't really talked to him since our last Triple WA match when we won our successfully defended our tag team titles, I should say. So we're kind of waiting to see what's going on with Donnie himself. So we will might be there on April 20th in a match, or I might just be there shaking hands.
Kissing babies. I'm kissing babies that day. That sounded so weird.
That day.
It sounded so weird. All right, we need to get back to writing. We need to look at some scripts. We have to tune some music. We have to get the lights set up, and we are super excited to see everybody on April 20th at North Pocono High School.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me again.
This is the hottest commodity professional wrestling, Fletcher Young. You're listening to Mark the Marks. Man, Mark the Mark. What a stupid name. You know, this guy tries to be in with all the wrestlers. It's no wonder why he calls himself the Mark. But check out his podcast. It's called Can Crushers. And be sure to check Fletcher Young out on all the local independents.
So who's ready for New Era Pro Wrestling, huh? April 20th is going to be a banger. And how about Nathaniel throwing out some more dates that are going to be bangers as well? A lot of cool surprises coming up for New Era. Man, this is going to be a great summer. Continue to roll into fall, winter, bring it back to spring. I am so stoked that Nathaniel and Shelby reached out and said, hey, do you want to be part of this? Because this is going to be something, folks. The work that's been put into it and just grabbing the talent. You heard, I didn't expect Nathaniel to give us that much of a rundown of the card. At least he saved some teasers as Ricky Morton so you can get asses in seats, right? Man, this is going to be a great card on April 20th at the North Pocono High School. Make sure you get your tickets. Head over to New Era Pro Wrestling on Facebook, and you'll be able to grab your tickets there with the link and all of that. I'll also throw it in the show notes, so if you're looking for tickets and you're listening to this and you're like, New Era Pro Wrestling, oh my God, I got to go, but I don't know how I can become a friend on Facebook. Well, you become a friend on Facebook. You know, we're always there accepting friends. But yeah, April 20th, first show, Nunzio is going to be there, and if he wants a shot at MIT's title, I'm signing the contract right now. This man to represent. Unbelievable. Don't forget, folks, it is a benefit show, and that means so much to us at New Era Pro. Sign up for everything you possibly can and continue to follow us as more will be released about New Era Pro on our Facebook and our socials. And yeah, this is the podcast that you'll get all the breaking news from too. So guys, remember, just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't do great things. Look what we're going to do with New Era Pro. It's called a garbage can, not a garbage cannot. Make sure you tell your loved ones you love them, because you never know.